Coming to the mountains is a great way to escape the hustle and bustle of the city. I love to find great places to eat, relax, and just to enjoy some downtime. Join me as I discover the local go-to places across these Smoky Mountains. I'm hitting the roads and I'm taking you with me. We'll be digging into some delicious dishes and meeting some awesome local chefs. So come on and let's go check out these amazing mountain eats. Hey, my name is Julie, and we're here at the Copper Door in Hayesville, North Carolina. They have fine cuisine that we're going to take a look at inside, so come on, let's go explore. I wonder what the chef is going to cook for us today. All right, so we're here at the Copper Door. We're going to go inside the kitchen and meet Chef Dennis and see what he's preparing for us. Hopefully the chef will be cooking up something good. Hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
Quite well, thanks.
This is Chef Dennis.
Hello, hello.
What are you preparing for us today?
We're going to cook a piece of fish because one of the most popular classes that we do, and I haven't done classes in a while, is fish cookery. People are afraid of it. They don't understand that it really is quite some process. So we're going to demonstrate what you can do at home, and here we go.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let me show you what I've got. We cook a lot of salmon here. This is called white sea bass. It's not Chilean, but it's called white sea bass. It might be typical of some fish that you find at the store.
Just the white fish?
Yep, what you're looking for when you buy a piece of fish is nice firm texture. This one obviously is free of bones, so that's a perfectly boneless fillet. And the thickness there is a little thicker than you might normally see, so it might take just a touch longer to cook it, but you're going to see still it will cook very quickly. So the way we like to do it here is we'll just get a pan hot with a little bit of oil, and I use a blend of olive and canola. It's about 75% canola, 25% olive. That way it still has the flavor. But if you put too much olive, the oil will smoke badly.
Yes,
it burns. Okay. So we're going to let that get fairly hot. And while we're doing that, let's see, how do we want to cook this one today? How about a little blackening on there? You can season it the way you like, obviously. We're going to just sprinkle a little bit of blackening mix. And this is some of our favorite stuff, Paul Prudhomme's blackening redfish mash. You can find that at the store. We use it a lot.
And when anything is blackened, it just has that really, spicy taste.
So our fish is ready to go. We'll let our pan get a little bit hotter there. Now if you do this at home, I will tell you, it's going to splatter. Okay, so make sure you got a nice big area to cook on. If you got a small stove, especially if you have an electric stove, just be aware that it's going to splatter. Okay? You can keep the splatter down by making sure the fish is fairly dry and that your oil is not too thick. You just want a thin layer of oil in there. We're actually going to do two things to the fish. We're going to sear it on high heat, saute. We're going to turn it, let it sear again, and then we're going to introduce a little bit of white wine. So we're going to go from sauteing to steaming, all in one cooking process. Okay, and the steam is what's actually going to cook the fish very fast.
So when you're steaming, you're actually going to put the lid on there with the white wine.
That's right. Okay. So if you're going to do this at home, make sure you got a lid that'll fit your pan ready. And the other thing you need to be aware of is hot oil and any liquid is going to what?
Smell.
Make a flame. Don't get freaked out. Okay. If it makes a flame, you anticipated that. Just put the cover on it, turn it off, it'll go out. Okay. So I think our pan is just about hot enough. Let's go ahead and slide our fish in here and see what we get. Whenever you do that, that oil is very hot. So just be careful that you lay the fish away from yourself so the oil doesn't splatter back on you. Okay. We use stainless steel pans here. If you have a pan that has a little bit of weight to it, that's going to help with the heat. because we're going to shut the heat off and let it cook on its own after that. And I want you to notice that there's no coating on that pan. It's just stainless steel.
Sure.
So there's a little bit of oil, but being very hot keeps the fish from sticking. Okay?
Okay.
Now that we've got a nice sear going on that side, we'll carefully flip it again. Make sure that you flip it away from yourself so that the oil doesn't splatter you. There we go. Now we're going to introduce just a little bit of white wine. What sort of white wine should you use? Everybody asks me that all the time. The one that you like.
Sure. One that you can actually drink.
If it doesn't taste good,
right,
or you put it in the fish, it's not going to taste good.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Just a little. We got the flame. Cover it up. Turn it off. We're going to let it sit there for about 5 minutes. Okay, so we can start timing. And then we'll come back in 5 minutes and see what we got.
Okay, so you actually turn the flame off and then let it just
That's right,
steam.
just let it stay right where it is. If it's an electric oven you're working on, move it away a little bit because that pie is still hot.
Okay.
But the heat from the pan and the steam is what's cooking the fish now.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll check on it in 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, our fish should be just about done, and we treat it very simply. So we put a compound butter on the top that is just whole butter and a little bit of garlic, salt, pepper, and a little bit of brandy in there. Gives it a nice finish flavor. Very simple garnish that you can use. Just take a lemon, slice it crosswise, make a fairly thin slice out of it. Okay, so now you've got a round piece. Just cut it halfway through, give it a little twist, and you've got a nice lemon garnish. Okay, let's see how our fish is doing. It looks beautiful. Now it has steamed until it's done. The fish itself is completely cooked. It's not been dried out. It hasn't had a chance to overcook. So we're just going to take that, put it on the entree part of our plate. A little bit of that butter on top that I told you about. Maitre d' butter. There's all kind of recipes on the web, or you can ask us for it. We'll be glad to send it to you.
What is in that butter?
That one's got parsley, salt, pepper, a little bit of brandy, and garlic. And voila. Here we go.
And now it's time for the taste test. Okay, so here we go. Very, very good. Those spices on it are super
nice?
good. The butter
Yeah.
with all of those ingredients in it, super good.
Nice fish.
Very, very nice.
Good. Glad you enjoyed.
Okay.
So we're in the lobby now. This was an old gas station. Started in 1957, if I have the story right, by Jack Woods. So Jack, we actually have a picture of him hanging over there.
I remember when this was a gas station.
Do you? Yep, yep.
These are some pictures that Sandy Zimmerman provided for us. This is her senior high school class selling ads for the yearbook here at Jack Wood's Golf Service Station. This is Mr. Jack Wood himself here at the service station. And then this is Gaynell Mingus. I think the Mingus family is still in the area, but this is our building back here behind her, and this is what is now Square One at the service station next door.
And it's actually been everything in the world since. The curtains there were the end of the original building, so that back part of the building was added sometime later. I don't know exactly when. But we have taken what was a working bay, and this is now our foyer. The kitchen was also a working bay, still had the drain in there when we started, so.
For the oil.
Yeah. And we took the warehouse that existed that had been a little bit of everything up until we got a hold of it. Decided to put a large stone fireplace right in the center for not only for the actual fire itself, but to kind of break up the room, give it a little more ambiance, make it a little more intimate. We can seat 74 here in the main dining room.
And look at this fine dining space.
And most of our seating, as you can see, is booths, although we do have a few smaller tables. And we're actually getting ready to reconfigure the dining room a little bit, make it a little more intimate, a little more cozy.
Wow, this place is nice. All right, hi, we're here today with Chef Dennis and his daughter Ada, and They are going to be telling us a little bit about their restaurant, and we went over a little bit of how everything began already. So you said it was a service station?
Right, yep, 1957 was the open date, if I got that right.
So then, do you know what it turned into in all of the other times that
Oh my gosh,
before
let's see.
you?
Just before me, it was a repair shop.
Okay.
I saw some automobiles in here. I think it was a welding shop.
And
who
then
knows
you're
what
not
else.
originally from here.
I am not.
So where did you move from?
I moved here from Atlanta. I have been searching, preparing for a restaurant for about 25 years when I found this thing. And actually some friends made me aware of the two buildings here in Hayesville and said that we think one of them would make a nice restaurant.
Okay, so what is the theme of your restaurant? You're more fine dining?
We are, and growing up in New Orleans, I brought some of the flavors from the region there. I knew that we wanted to offer something a little different, a little finer than what you might typically find in a small town. So we brought lamb, we brought veal, we brought fresh seafood, which nobody thought you could do in the mountains. Of course, with distribution being what it is now, it's not a problem.
Sure.
Fine steaks, and a little elevated presentation. So we were just looking for a little finer dining experience.
So would you say that the theme is more New Orleans style type of food, or you just do a variety?
We definitely do a variety, but a lot of the New Orleans flavors, I just can't get away from them.
I love New Orleans.
Yes.
Yes, it's my favorite. Do you have any signature dishes?
We've got a couple of dishes that we seem to gravitate towards when we want to show off our food. So our tortellini always ends up at that one always ends up at a food show, right? And it's always well received. Our steaks, I think, are the best you're going to find anywhere.
The filet, let me just tell you, the filet is the very best. I've actually had clients come in to tell me that his restaurant is actually the second of the United States, the second best in the United States. And he said it's between this restaurant and one in Portland, Oregon, which I think is amazing.
Yeah, and he's just probably partial to Portland. But that's fine.
What about any signature cocktails? If y'all, have any specialty, or do y'all deal more with wines?
I'm going to let Ada answer that one, actually, since she deals more with the front of the house.
We do have some great signature cocktails. So again, like with the food, we've brought some of the flavors of New Orleans to the cocktail list. So we do offer a Sazerac, which is a rye cocktail with a little bit of absinthe and Peychaud bitters. And that's a really New Orleans specific kind of cocktail that people really enjoy, and we serve a lot of those. We serve a lot of classic like Manhattans and martinis, but I have tried to bring some fun stuff to the cocktail list, and that we lately have been doing a monthly feature for a beer, a wine, and a cocktail. And this month we have a blueberry ginger lemonade martini. So it's vodka infused with blueberries with a little bit of ginger liqueur and shaken with lemonade served in a martini glass. We also have a very extensive wine list. So in our wine cellar, we carry about 215 different kinds of wine. And so we have something for everyone's taste, whether you like sweet white wine or big bold reds. We have a lot of things to offer with that. And if you're not really aware of much about wine yet, we do offer wine pairing dinners about once every 6 weeks, where we bring in a certified sommelier to discuss wines that we have paired with different courses. So they're typically a 5-course dinner. Each course is paired with the wine that will suit that course the best. So those are a great time to learn more about wine, have some really great food, and just have a great dining experience.
And so when you do the wine pairings, is that, you said it's like a 5-course meal, and then do you have a specific wine for each course, or is it just for the main course?
No, each course is paired with a wine.
Okay.
So the sommelier and myself work together on the menu, and it has been up to this point Nick Demas, and now he's got his protege coming behind him, Chris Blanken with Tryon. These guys have done a great job with our wine program. They are so good with the flavors of food and wine together that if I can suggest a food, they'll suggest a wine, and vice versa. So we always play off of each other.
Even up into, I mean, I've heard before that you can have dessert and then still have a wine with
Yes,
dessert.
absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So, what would an
In fact,
example
what's
of that be?
the wine tomorrow?
We have a late harvest Viognier tomorrow. So a late harvest wine is wine that's allowed the grapes to stay on the vine a little bit longer than normal, so they get extra sweet. And they're very potent, so you pull them off at a different point than a regular harvest. So it just creates different flavors, and because of the extra sugar in the grape itself, the alcohol ferments in a different way. So you get a thicker, sweeter, bolder white wine.
And we're going to put that one with orange raspberry sorbet. Orange dipped in chocolate, I should say.
That sounds so good. It really does. Okay, so what are your hours of operation?
We're open every day except Sunday, and we open at 5 o'clock. We're generally here till 10 or so, but if it's a busy night, we may be here later. But 5 o'clock Monday through Saturday.
Okay, and then do y'all have any type of entertainment schedule?
We do have live music in our garden room from time to time. So we love to have Lee Holland and David Mastafino and their sort of jazzy standards. People really enjoy having music during dinner. So we will do that from time to time. It's not every week, but when we do have musicians scheduled, we send out emails and we post about it on Facebook.
Okay, and what is your Facebook page?
Just the Copper Door.
The Copper Door, okay.
So there are a couple of other Copper Doors across the country, so you want to make sure when you're looking at our website and finding our phone number that you're looking at the Copper Door in Hayesville. Our phone number is 828-389-8460. If you're looking at a 603 area code, that one is in New Hampshire.
And that's not ours.
And we are not affiliated.
And how do you want your customers to feel after leaving here and enjoying their experience?
Well, we're more than about just eating, so it's not a place just to come eat. We refer to their experience here as dining. So from the interaction with your guest or with the staff, enjoying the meal or a drink or a glass of wine or dessert, it's about that whole experience. And so if they leave with a smile on their face and going like this, then I know we've done our job.
Yes, and I do want to say just from personal experience that we've actually said, oh yeah, let's go eat at the Copper Door, and then we'll go, somewhere else after that. But by the time that we, get done here, we're completely full, satisfied. We can just go straight home and be completely fine. As my husband had said before, it's like when you go to the Copper Door, it's literally an experience. And we even had, I think on our last time, we had coffee and dessert, which we never do. And so, yes, if you want a great dining experience, definitely check this place out. Okay, so we're here this evening and we are featuring their Bananas Foster. We have Paloma here and she's gonna show us how to make it. Starting off with just some butter.
Some butter, yep. It's about a 3-to-1 ratio. It's very hot, cold right now. Yeah, so it's about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar to 1 tablespoon of butter.
Okay.
Three tablespoons. You gotta blend it nice so the butter crystallizes.
So that'll just heat down and just caramelize.
Yes, ma'am. The butter's still cold, so it takes a minute.
Yeah. And the other ingredients we have the cinnamon,
Cinnamon, brandy,
brandy. Okay.
and bananas or bananas. And we use vanilla ice cream. I'm slicing the bananas. Thin enough to where they get cooked, but thick enough to where it doesn't fall apart. So I put a good little stream of brandy in there. finish it off with cinnamon. Nice little sparkle at the end.
While the flame's still going.
All right. Right on top of the vanilla ice cream.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy.
Okay, thanks a lot. All right, so we're gonna take one bite and we're gonna make sure to get a lot of that ice cream too. Such an intimate setting, and Bananas Foster is the perfect dessert. Now that is what I call a dessert. It's super, super good. You can tell the ice cream, the vanilla flavoring with the brown sugar and the butter is just very, very good. All right, so we're gonna go in here and we are gonna have our signature cocktail hour with Ada. All right, so now we're here with Ada and she is going to show us how to make her signature cocktail. We talked about it earlier and I can't wait to try it. What is the signature cocktail again?
Tonight we're going to be making the Sazerac, which is the New Orleans inspired cocktail that we offer that's really, really popular and really delicious. First, what we're going to do is we're going to take a chilled martini glass and swirl just a little bit of absinthe in the glass to coat it.
Now what does the absinthe have?
Absinthe
What kind of flavor?
is sort of a licorice-y flavor.
Okay.
We'll take our shaker of ice. We're going to use rye whiskey. About that. So we're also going to add some simple syrup. And then we're going to use some Peychaud's bitters, just a few dashes of that. We're going to shake it. We want to top with a little bit of lemon zest. So you want to peel the lemon zest over the drink so that the oils from the skin are released on top of the beverage. Just twist, drop it in. Cheers.
Very nice. Okay, cheers. Very good. Hi, I'm Julie.
Hi, Julie. My name's Kay.
Okay, nice to meet you. And tell us a little bit about your experiences here. Do you come here a lot?
I do come here a lot. I come here probably 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, great.
And most of the time I eat. A lot of times I just have a glass of wine and some appetizers.
And do you work in the area?
I have a business, a gift shop on 69, Green Willow Gifts. And my business partner and I come here a lot, and we bring guests here.
So it's a great place to entertain.
It's a very good place to entertain. The people who work here are
Super professional.
They are very professional, but they're nice. They're very nice and very congenial, and they always, there's no surprises. You know what you're going to get. It's fully explained, and they have wonderful, wonderful, wonderful specials. I would recommend this to the best of the best.
Yes. Okay, we appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, good to see you.
I've worked here for 4 years, was back in June. The best thing about working here is the customers and the people I work with. I mean, I love working here. The staff's amazing. The customers are always awesome. The food is so good. It's easy to work here. I love everything about this place. So I've been here 4 years.
We live here in Hayesville, so we've been coming to the Copper Door since it opened. I don't know what year that was, but we've been coming forever.
The Copper Door is our favorite restaurant of all of Western Carolina.
And probably
It's at least a 6-star.
So whether you're looking for an intimate date night out, or to entertain friends from afar, this is a place to go. From fine wine to lamb chops to perfectly cooked filet mignon, a friendly professional staff, and great service, and one of the best chefs around, the Copper Door will always deliver. So we hope you've enjoyed this episode of Mountain Eats. Be sure to join us again next time as we travel to another great dining location with great food, refreshing beverages, music, dancing, cocktails, and much more on Mountain Eats.